Hey, what's happening? It's your dude, the Merciless Resell Black. What I wanted to actually do is something a tad bit different. Welcome to the Face Off series. Now, what this is what I decided to do was take some discussions. No, this is not pitting men against women or the battle of the sexes or anything like that. No, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and take a few topics, divide them for the men and the women. We are now, I kind of feel from what I've been seeing, it looks like men and women out there in the dating world have been very, very contentious with one another. We're not on the same page. Men are not attracting the women they want, and the women are not exactly attracting the men they want. And it's almost as if we have like these two different worlds. We have two different minds. But what if we just decided to begin with what's on men's mind and what's on women's mind? For the first video of the series, I wanted to basically talk about what men are tired of hearing or even seeing. So ladies, especially if you're serious about dating and finding somebody and attracting somebody with some sense, let's go ahead and start with taking a listen to what men nowadays are tired of hearing. I don't care if you are mad. I don't care if you get mad. A lot of men tend to hear this line. We get frustrated. We get upset about something. We get disappointed about something, about what she said, about what she did. And then we express our disappointment with it. What do we get back? I don't give a shit if you get mad. Why? That's the emotional unavailability that a lot of men talk about. Men, this is why men have to carry themselves like they have nerves and a heart of steel. It's because the moment we express what we don't like, it's almost like we get criminalized for it. It's like, why? We always hear what women cannot stand about men. And now men are now being vocal about what they can't stand. And sometimes it may be major, but it also may be small. Like for instance, I don't like it when women raise their voice, because I kind of feel like we can talk to each other on a real good level. And plus, when you raise your voice, it can get escalated to a level where we don't want to go to. That is not going to benefit either one of us, you know? So now, but a lot of men out there, the moment we always explain, this is what I'm not feeling, babe, I'm not. And you say, well, I don't care, what you see is what you get. It's like, that's not compromising. It's almost as if men pretty much just have to accept what's in front of them. What you see is what you get. If you don't like how I am, then don't be with me. And it's like, all right, cool. That's why a lot of men pretty much just get up out there and be single and, have an abundance mindset, plenty of fish in the sea. But if this is somebody he want to be with, there has to be some type of compromise. I would submit to my man. Oh yeah, if I had a man, I would submit to him. This usually happens when men and women are having a discussion about submission. The good old demon of submission. I don't know, in the future I might do a vid on something like that. But it's interesting that when men or women having this discussions about submission, men tend to hear the line by women, yeah, if I had a man, I would submit to him, I would respect him. Although they're being disrespectful to a wide range of men. But if they were in a relationship or if they were dating, they say they will submit to that man, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, especially if they are single. It's almost like saying you'll start working for the job when the job hires for you, instead of making a good impression that you're going to be an awesome candidate, that you will be able to perform this job that they have an open position for. So my thing is this, are you really going to just be disrespectful or be rambunctious around men until the one that you like comes around, then be all submissive and whatever? I'm not saying women just need to be submissive to every man, but the thing is this, most women shape up when there's a guy that they like because they want to make a first impression, not to impress the man, but they want the man to like them. And it really kills me that, and I heard this too, where women just be like, I don't care if you like me or not. It's like, why? I want to jock you. That's the point. And I know we got men out there saying the same thing, but like I said, that's going to be the next video. But right now, it's about the first impression. No, you do not have to submit to every man that comes across, but we're talking about showing respect, showing that you like men, that you like the company of men. And I'm not talking about the assholes. If you're around a bunch of assholes, I don't know what are you doing in a space full of assholes. But there's a lot of respectable men out there that show women respect. All men are dogs. This one can be a bit touchy right here. Us as men, we have been actually hearing that since we were little boys. And it's actually interesting that we actually do not have more mothers pop up to back this one up and just be like, hold up, get back on that. Because the last thing I want to hear is my son, who I'm raising to be a good man at the best of my ability, to grow up in this dating market where he constantly keeps on hearing all men are trash. And if you keep on attracting trashy men, then stop going to that trashy environment. You need to go to a new environment. All men are dogs. It's subjective, because I'm going to tell you something. Some of you guys out there will call a man a dog if he doesn't get you what you want, if he doesn't spoil you, especially if he feels that there's no reciprocation. Is he getting anything back? But to say all men are trash just because you only have one guy, because that's typically what it is, or maybe even two at the most, you're way out of line. And a lot of you mothers out there that have sons, you guys really need to have conversations with these women, especially if you have a good man in your life, and tell them, hey, what they need to change. You need to stop going here. You need to stop going there. You need to maybe dress to where you're not attracting dog ass men. And I know there could be an argument. It don't matter what you wear. Dogs are going to come holler at you, whatever. Well, it's like, if you're an attractive woman, men are going to chop it up and holler. But you can't call a man a dog for the simple fact that you probably gave him enough time to do whatever to you. If you're just falling for any man and they end up ghosting you, or they end up not giving you what you want, you can't call them trash. Abusive individuals, yeah, call them trash. But if this man is just ghosting you, or he's just not calling you back, or he's being negligent and this is not even your man yet, it's not exactly trash. He probably just has another lady out there too. If you guys are not exclusive boyfriend and girlfriend, you can't be mad at the man getting ghosted on, getting flaked. There is nothing worse than making reservations for something and you don't show up, especially if you confirm the night before, or if that hour up to the date, something comes up, you're sick. It's getting old. We're pretty much at the point where anytime a woman just says, I don't feel so good, we don't buy it anymore. It's like, try something new. The whole I'm sick thing, it's whack. Or if you guys had an awesome date, on our mind, we thought the date went good, we want to pretty much hook up again for a second time. Let's go ahead and do something fun. We already did the coffee thing. I want to go ahead and get interactive. Let's go have some fun. And you're like, okay. And then the day of, hey, we still on tonight? And then you say, yes. And then the time comes around when I say, I'm on my way, and we don't get a response. Oh, that's bad. Or even worse, if we're waiting at the spot and you text OTW and you never show up, and then we call you, it goes straight to voicemail. Then we text you, no response. And it's like, man, we had an awesome first date. Why would she go ghost? Men are tired of hearing, oh yeah, I would love to have kids, but I don't want to be married. That boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. I'll be a mom, but I don't want to be a wife. Understand that a lot of men were raised traditional. Some came out of a two-parent home, or some was raised out of a single-parent home by their mom, and moms kind of drilled marriage into them. I don't want to say drilled on a bad note, but they were inspired to be married because they probably came from a family that was married. Maybe moms was divorced, or maybe their dad passed away. But men want a family of their own. They don't want to just knock up a woman and that's it. It's like, no, these men, they will love to throw a ring on the finger. They will love to have a wife. They will love to have a woman sharing their last name, and then have the babies to continue that legacy, the American dream. There's nothing wrong with that. I know there's platforms out there that are asking, what's the benefit of marriage? Fuck that. Right now, we're talking about this man. He wants a family. He basically wants to have his name. He wants that bloodline to continue. He wants that family tree to grow. So when he runs into a woman that's like, I don't know about that marriage stuff, but I would like to be a mom. It's like, dang, so you only want the man to be the donor. Anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and throw that vid out there. And so the next video, of course, is going to be obvious. We want to go both ways. So please be respectful in the comments if you're going to do something. But in the meantime, y'all know how I do. I'm out this piece. Good evening, Mr. Black.